If you're anything like me, Friday nights meant one thing. The couch, your family, and Mrs. Garrett, the facts of life, wasn't just a sitcom. It was the sound of growing up in the 80s. Blair, Joe, Tootie, Natalie. You knew them like neighbors. It's been decades now. Some of their stories since will stop you in your tracks. That show ran for 9 seasons. 9 years of growing up together, learning together, and trusting the same familiar faces every week. The girls got older, so did we. But what happened after the cameras stopped is a story worth telling. I'd love to know who you watched this show with. A parent, a sibling, a best friend on a sleepover. Those memories are the reason this channel exists. If one comes to mind, share it below. I read every single one. And it all starts with a girl who wasn't even an actress when this show found her. In the summer of 1979, a group of television producers visited Eastland School in Los Angeles. They needed to research life at an all-girls school. A 13-year-old student was asked to lead the tour. She wasn't performing. She was just being herself. But one woman in that group saw something. Charlotte Ray watched this girl make an entire room laugh without trying. And she refused to leave until the producers gave her a chance. That girl was Mindy Cohn. And for 9 seasons, she became Natalie Green, the one who made being smart feel like a superpower. Natalie wasn't the loudest in the room. She didn't need to be. She was the friend who said the thing you were thinking. The one who made you feel like your brain was your best feature. She was 13 when it started. Today, at 59, she still carries the same spark we remember. Most recently, she starred alongside Kristen Wiig and Carol Burnett in Palm Royale on Apple TV+. Life has brought its challenges. She's met every one of them with extraordinary courage. And that same humor, that same fire, is still right there. But the woman who discovered her that day, her story is still ahead. And it connects to this one in a way you might not expect. Nobody played rich and fabulous like Blair Warner. The hair flip, the attitude, the cashmere confidence that filled every scene. But here's the thing about Lisa Whelchel, she was never actually Blair. Before Eastland, she was a Mouseketeer on the new Mickey Mouse Club at 13. By 16, she was America's favorite snob on primetime television. But behind the character, Lisa was quietly living by her own rules. When producers wanted Blair to be the first of the 4 girls to lose her virginity on the show, Lisa said no. Her faith wouldn't allow it. The storyline was rewritten for Natalie instead. It was a decision that changed the show, and one she's never regretted. After the series ended, she stepped away from Hollywood. She wrote books about motherhood and faith. She competed on Survivor Philippines in 2012, won the fan favorite vote, and reminded everyone she was tougher than Blair ever pretended to be. Today, she hosts Collector's Call on MeTV, married psychologist Pete Harris in 2019, and radiates the same warmth decades later. She's 62, a proud grandmother, and her smile still lights up every room the way Blair's never quite could, because this time, it's real. Not every face from that first season made it to the second. One girl was let go before she turned 13. What happened next changed an entire generation of movies. She was 11 years old and gone before the second season started. Molly Ringwald played Molly Parker for 1 year on The Facts of Life. Then the network cut her loose. 2 years later, John Hughes put her in 16 Candles, then The Breakfast Club, then Pretty in Pink. The girl Eastland let go became the face of an entire decade. She's 58 now and wears every year beautifully. At the 2026 Sundance Film Festival, she premiered a new film called Run Amok. She's also cast in a Universal picture arriving this summer. Losing that part at 12 didn't end her story. It started one nobody saw coming. Here's a story that sounds made up, but isn't. In the 1940s, 2 young women were classmates at Northwestern University and later roommates in New York as struggling actors. One was Charlotte Ray, the other was Cloris Leachman. They became lifelong friends, and decades later, when Charlotte stepped away from the facts of life, it was Cloris who stepped in. Her best friend's show became her show. That kind of thing doesn't happen in Hollywood, but it happened here. Cloris brought something different to Eastland. Where Mrs. Garrett was steady and safe, Beverly Ann was unpredictable, offbeat, and completely herself. She didn't try to replace Charlotte. She honored her by being fearlessly original. She was 60 when she joined the cast, but by then, she'd already won an Oscar for The Last Picture Show, earned 9 Emmys, made Mel Brooks laugh harder than anyone alive, and competed on Dancing with the Stars at 82. She was one of the most decorated performers in television history. Cloris Leachman left us in 2021 at 94. She died of natural causes at home with her daughter beside her. But her legacy isn't measured in awards. It lives in every comedy that dares to be strange, bold, and completely unafraid. If these stories are landing for you the way they're landing for me, stay with this one. There's a motorcycle, a handyman, roller skates, and one face that ties it all together. This channel was made for moments like these. You heard her before you saw her. The rumble of a motorcycle pulling up to Eastland in the fall of 1980. Joe Polniaczek arrived in season 2 like a thunderclap. Leather jacket, Bronx attitude, a chip on her shoulder the size of the school she didn't belong in. And Nancy McKeon made you root for her from the first scene. Jo was the girl who proved you didn't need a trust fund to have grit. She fought for every inch, and in a cast full of privilege, she was the one who reminded us that strength comes from where you've been, not where you're going. A casting director found her in a Hallmark commercial where she could cry on cue. She was 14. Years later, she came close to landing the role of Monica on Friends. It went to Courtney Cox, and McKeon never held a grudge. The role went to the right person, she said. That tells you everything about who she is. Today, at 60, she's aging with incredible grace. She lives on a ranch near Austin, Texas, with her husband and 2 daughters. In 2025, she made her off-Broadway debut in the play Pen Pals and called it a bucket list dream come true. After 50 years in the business, she finally stood on a New York stage for the first time. Some dreams just need the right moment. There was someone else on that set. Most people barely noticed at the time. A young guy fixing things in the background. 17 episodes. That's all he got. What came after still doesn't feel real. How do you spot a future star? You don't. Not always. In 1985, a 24-year-old from Kentucky showed up on the set of The Facts of Life to play a handyman named George Burnett. He fixed things. He smiled. He stood in the background while the girls carried every scene. 17 episodes. That was it. Nobody on that set knew who he'd become. 2 Academy Awards. The Best Picture winner, Argo. The Ocean's 11 trilogy. a marriage to one of the most respected human rights lawyers in the world. All of it was ahead of him. None of it was visible yet. Before acting, he tried out for the Cincinnati Reds. Baseball didn't want him. Hollywood almost didn't either. He bounced through small roles on Roseanne and Sisters before ER. Changed everything in 1994. He was 24 on that Eastland set. Today, at 65, time has only deepened his elegance. In 2025, he made his Broadway debut in Good Night and Good Luck. It broke the record for the highest-grossing single week of any non-musical play in Broadway history. Over 7 million people watched the live broadcast on CNN. The handyman from The Facts of Life stood on a Broadway stage and made the whole country lean in. Some careers just refuse to stop climbing. Every group of friends has a little sister. The one who tags along, asks too many questions, and somehow makes everything better just by being there. That was Tootie. And for millions of us, Kim Fields made childhood feel like it still had room for curiosity and wonder. She was 10 years old when she joined the cast. 10. The producers had a problem. She was so small that the cameras couldn't frame her alongside the older girls. Their solution became television history. They put her on roller skates. And suddenly, Tootie gliding through the halls of Eastland became one of the most recognizable images of 80s television. "We're in trouble." You can still hear it. After the show, she didn't slow down. She starred as Regine Hunter on Living Single for 5 seasons. She earned a degree from Pepperdine. She directed episodes of Kenan and Kel, Tyler Perry's House of Pain, and CBS's The Neighborhood. She wasn't just acting anymore, she was building. At 56, she's more striking now than ever. In January 2026, the final season of her Netflix series, The Upshaws, debuted and landed in the top 10 within a day. She directed 2 of those episodes herself. The little girl on roller skates grew up to run the set, and she's still not finished. But there's one face we haven't reached yet. The one who started all of this. The one who found Mindy Cohn in a school hallway and turned a sitcom into a second home. She deserves the last word. Some characters live inside a television screen. Mrs. Garrett lived inside our homes. She wasn't flashy. She wasn't loud. She was the voice that said everything would be okay, and you believed her because she meant it. For millions of families, Charlotte Ray became the mother figure we all wished we had sitting at our kitchen table. She was 53 when The Facts of Life began. Already a Broadway veteran with 2 Tony nominations. Already a woman who'd lived a full life before Hollywood found her biggest role. She first played Edna Garrett on Different Strokes, and the character was so beloved that NBC built an entire show around her. That show ran for 9 seasons. It shaped a generation. But Charlotte's greatest gift wasn't on camera. It was the afternoon she walked into Westlake School in Los Angeles and noticed a 13-year-old girl making everyone laugh on a hallway tour. She refused to leave until that girl got an audition. The girl was Mindy Cohn. The character Charlotte insisted on naming? Natalie, after her own best childhood friend. That's the kind of person she was. She didn't just play someone who cared. She was someone who cared. In 1982, she earned an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy. In 2015, at 89, she published her autobiography, The Facts of My Life. That same year, she appeared in her final film, Ricky and the Flash, alongside Meryl Streep. She was still working, still giving. Charlotte Ray was 92 when she left us in 2018. But every time you press play on an episode, she's right there, at that kitchen table, pouring advice like tea, telling you it's going to be all right, and you still believe her. But we can't close this story without honoring the heart at its center. Charlotte Ray gave us something rare. Not a performance, a presence. She walked onto a set and made it feel like home. Every actor on that show has said the same thing. She treated them like family. It was all she knew how to do. She left us in August of 2018 at 92. But here's what stays. Every rerun, every clip, every time someone hears the old theme song and feels something catch inside. That's her. Still there, still steady, still the one you trust. 9 seasons, 1 school. A handful of girls who grew up together on camera and in our living rooms. The show ended in 1988, but the feeling it left behind never really faded. Somewhere, Tootie is still gliding down that hallway. Joe is still revving that engine. And Mrs. Garrett is still standing in that kitchen, waiting for us to sit down. So tell me, when you think of the facts of life, where were you? Who was beside you? I'd love to hear that story. The comments are always open. There are more stories like this one waiting. More faces you haven't thought about in years. More Friday nights worth remembering. Until next time, take care of that memory.